Hello guys, so what we have here, it's Danish contract, German DM61A1 hand grenade. This is defensive type of hand grenade, and for example in German army they are used with DM51 universal grenade side by side. The grenades are delivered in such beautiful boxes. When we open it up, the grenade look like so. Considering that it's defensive grenade, it's actually relatively light, 340 grams. It does use the DM82A3 silent fuse. So pretty much one of the best fuses available currently. The explosive filling, it's 65 grams of pattern explosive. Under the plastic body there are 3800 shrapnels. The shrapnels are pre-fragmented. Time delay is the classic 3 to 5 seconds. So how common is the M61 hand grenade? I've seen this one at like 2023 when I actually changed American one for DM51. The same commander had also this DM61, but he told me that they had very few of those and he basically only had one. That's why I couldn't get it back then. So in this part I need to send big thanks to my friend that actually hooked me up with this one, and I could finally take a look and test it out properly. I mentioned before that the way how units usually get hand grenades, it's through, of course, order, but the orders are usually for like 10,000, 11,000 hand grenades. And what tends to happen is that you just get one type of hand grenade in this entire batch. So it's actually quite uncommon that across the units you would have that big variety of hand grenades, because we all live pretty much in our own bubbles. So guys, today we will be going for CQB scenario, although this is defensive type of grenade. We will throw the grenade in this room and you can see the targets. So we have one target here in the corner, second target here on the wall, third target over there peeking from the doors, and the fourth target being like so. So I will try to throw the grenade here into the cleared spot and see how is the shrapnel pattern. So guys, I'm taking the grenade, exactly the same like on DM51, grabbing it, unfolding it from this security mechanism like so, and then I just pull. Like so. What you've seen that I needed some force, and also the plastic separated from the top. So I'm approaching the door. And now slow motion shot from inside the room, and let's pay respect to the camera that got destroyed during this shot. So I'm approaching the door. Now we will need to wait for the smoke to clear, which is very typical situation for CQB. You can see now that around 3-4 minutes later, still the smoke is significant, which is something that you will be facing in CQB all the time, so that's why there is very often like waiting periods. And also most of the times you actually go in blindly. One more tip is that when you're fighting in winter, and of course you have your eye protection, you throw grenades in, then you just run into something like this, into the dust. There are also the hot fumes, so immediately your glasses became foggy. So I think that now we can walk in. You can already see everywhere on the walls the fragments from the grenade. Also you can see that the wall a little bit separated. So we go to our target on the wall, and you can see how amazingly it's cut up. Over here, you also see like the direction of the fragments going from down there up. Again, you can see the huge amount of shrapnels on the walls, and you also see where the grenade pretty much exploded and see the pattern on the walls. So target number one, slowly from bottom up, and you can see the damage. Then we go check our second target. So the target is pretty much torn from the overpressure, and you can again see the big amount of small shrapnels everywhere on the target. Like so. Like so. Then we have third target that was here in the corner. And again you can see a lot of peppering. One actually very big shrapnel just in the middle. Also some piece of plastic mass being stuck in the target. Then we get to our fourth target that was basically peeking from this corner. And this one look actually okay, kind of okay. But still you can see the damage. You can see this group of shrapnels and basically small shrapnels on the entire surface. And I need to mention it again. You see all those little shrapnel marks all on the wall. This very well might be one of the best grenades. So what is the conclusion about the DM61 hand grenade? Let's take a look at few points. Very good characteristic, it's the low weight of the entire hand grenade, so that means that you can take more of them. And also the entire profile, the size is actually very good fit in the hand. Something along the lines of the American M57. Then the amount of shrapnel is just fantastic, 3,800 pieces. For example, in offensive grenade GH01 that have comparable amount of explosive, also pre-fragmented, also the size of the fragments, it's kind of the same, you get only 750. And you can of course tell the huge difference in the saturation of the environment by the shrapnel. When we take a look to our targets, you can pretty much see all those little spots. All those are the little pre-fragmented spheres, little pre-fragmented balls. The only way how you're getting actually a little bit bigger damage, that's actually pieces of the plastic from the body of the hand grenade. So that's how you can tell the difference. Also, I need to mention that the entire condition, the room being so enclosed, was actually very favorable for the results. Usually when I'm testing hand grenades, I actually putting the targets a little bit more apart. So don't make a conclusion that this grenade overperformed massively. It did very well. But that was also in part by the condition where we tested. Another great characteristic is the 360 degrees basically distribution of the shrapnel. In, for example, DM51, we have just the frag jacket that fitting over the hand grenade. So basically, it's very easy to get that space, just space very close to the explosion that is not covered by any shrapnel. That's definitely not case of the DM61, and that's a huge plus in my book. Also, you very clearly see the benefits of the pre-fragmented shrapnels, not solid mass body, because the shrapnels are very even and very well saturate the target. So although, for example, in F1 grenade you might get some fluke when a huge chunk of shrapnel hits something 30 meters away, but that scenario is very unlikely. Here you get the bubble that you can pretty much everywhere in it count as the target being hit, so that's great plus too. Probably the biggest plus is the silent fuse. That's actually very common occurrence in modern grenades. This saved our team once when we basically walked into the Soviet hand grenade on tripwire in a night in a 5-man team walking in one line. You hear the puff first of the fuse, and what we did was basically 3 jumps back, everybody to the ground, and we got only 1 wounded from the situation. If any Western grenade with silent fuse was planted there, we would just take a little bit more time to orient ourselves. Of course, the pointman felt the tripwire on his leg, but it will give us that little delay in the decision making, not warning us on time, and we definitely might get a bigger casualty than that. So overall, absolutely fantastic device, but the limiting factor, like with any other German stuff, will for sure be the price per unit. If you wish to support us, you can do so through the PayPal link down below or become YouTube member for extra videos. Thank you very much guys for watching, and see you in the next video.